Hi, I'm Jonathan Reynolds. I sit in the visionary seat at Titus Talent Strategies and really appreciate getting to connect with you here today. We've had the privilege of working with hundreds of EOS implementers around the country, and often they will introduce us to somebody in transition. Maybe you are an integrator, or maybe you are a key leadership in a key leadership position or seat at an EOS run company. And I just want to take a moment here just to give some friendly advice. So I have the privilege of sitting with folk who are in transition, and they want to talk about what they have done in the past and what's next for them. And do we know of any opportunities where that maybe it's an integrator seat that they could sit into? And so as I keep sort of repeating myself in this process, I thought I should just record myself saying it so I can get this out to the people who are in transition. Maybe it'll be really helpful for you. So here we go. This will be you and me sitting down maybe at the conference table right behind me as I walk you through a bit of our process. Because as a talent strategy company, part of if you looked at our VTO, you're going to see that we actually represent companies, not candidates. So we have no candidate database. We don't represent and find people jobs. But because of we love to serve, and one of our values of servanthood, I find myself and a lot of our team members around the country find ourselves helping people in transition, but only as a friendly advice, friendly counsel, as opposed to a business service that we provide. So this is what I often find myself explaining to people in transition. They'll explain to me their history of what they've done and what type of companies and size of organizations and the type of skill set they have. And how it's functioned in the past, which I think is really, really important. But I find myself asking the question this. So tell me about your personal VTO. And often I get the blank stare. What do you mean personal VTO? I'm like, well, you know your VTO, your vision traction organizer for your company that you've been a part of. Yes. Well, do you have one of those for yourself personally? Is there a clarity of vision of where you're going, what your core values are? What is your target market, the target companies you want to be working with? What's your guarantee? When I work with you, what was the absolute guarantee experience I'm going to have every single time? And a clarity then of what the 3-year vision looks like. What does 3-year look like? What a 10-year target look like? And actually articulating those. So I took the liberty of adapting just the VTO template. And literally you can do this, just grab a Word doc, open up the VTO, and I just wrote personal. I have one of these for my family as a whole with my kids on here that my wife and I look at together. I have one for me personally as well, but really kind of outlines core values, purpose and passion. So I've adapted some of these things here. 10-year target, what does that look like? Lifetime or dream or vision list. Some of the ingredients that I would rank through and say, okay, when I look at my future, my life, what are some of the ingredients that I've always thought or always had vision for, or a dream that I would do, achieve, or accomplish? You know, maybe things like write a book on there, or go through, be an actor in an A-list actor in a great blockbuster movie. That's never been my dream. But you'd write those kind of things down and then rank them in order and say, okay, is number 1 more important than number 2? No, number 2. So you get a dream listed up and then rank them in order of kind of your priorities of what you want to do and what you want to achieve, what your dreams are or your visions are, and then rank them in order. And so filtering that list, it really helps with clarity. The next year is kind of looking at the 3-year picture. What does that look like? So write the date for future date. Where's my income at? What's my net worth at? What are the measurables? Where are the kids going to be at? What's my marriage going to look like? Where are my health going to be? Because it's these things that what you're going to be in the 3-year time that you need to start doing. What do I need to do today to start putting myself on that trajectory? So fast forward 12 months even, say, what do I wish I would have started today in 12 months' time? And actually start putting some goals around there and some actionable to do. So what does it look like? And then obviously the second page, you're all familiar with that, kind of what's the 1-year plan? What are the rocks? What are the issues? What are the problems, concerns, obstacles, barriers? And start eliminating those and navigating it through. And you can bring in your council team, your advisory group, maybe your personal board, and actually tackle through some of these issues and share this with them. So here's kind of what I've done in the past. And you can obviously just get a Word doc of your VTO and adapt it for yourself. But imagine you're in transition right now. If you're in transition watching this, once you've got a clarity of that vision, then you go to the people who you'd actually want to potentially work with. So I always say, forget who's hiring. And with the clarity of your vision now, what industry, type, size of company, geography, etc., where are they? Go and do some simple research and introduce yourself to the person that you would probably most likely work alongside. Maybe it's the visionary. Maybe you're an integrator by skill and trade, and not your skill set. Take the visionary integrator assessment through Rocket Fuel University, which is great. Help you bring clarity there. And actually come to the table then and say, hi, I'm in transition. This is who I am. Here's my personal VTO. And anything you need to scrub from that, you can scrub. But you're actually saying, here's where I am going, not just who I am and what I've done in the past. Because your past doesn't always determine your future. And so the trajectory, that achiever profile and pattern, where am I going and who am I? And that clarity is attractive and it's magnetic. And so I would just encourage you to work on your personal VTO or your family VTO to bring clarity of who you are, what your guarantee is, what are your values, and what does the future look like from industry, skill set, etc. And go to those individuals that you would like to work with and present your VTO. Obviously, it's not just like, here's my VTO instead of a resume or something like that. But once you've got a discussion going, everybody in the EOS world understands VTO. So here's my personal VTO. So there's my short blurb for you. Please do reach out, connect on LinkedIn. I would happily talk with you after you've created and completed your personal VTO. I think prior to that, it's not a good use of your time or my time, because this is all I'm going to tell you to do anyway. Please do stay in touch. Titus Talent Strategies has been running on EOS since 2013. And we credit so much of our success for being an EOS-run company, and very, very thankful for the community, those who provided input and voice and counsel and wisdom to us. We would not be who we are today without the community. So thank you. Have a great one.